Hello everybody, welcome to Off the Rack, I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
It's been a while since we've done this show.
Yeah.
And unsurprisingly, we're going to be talking about Doomsday Clock number 3, written by Jeff Johns, with art by Gary Frank. Mm-hmm. Much anticipated, and then it'll be the last time we're going to review Doomsday Clock for a couple months. Because it's gone to bi-weekly.
Bi-monthly.
Bi-monthly.
Yeah, it was bi-weekly. I'd be like, yeah!
Yeah, that'd be amazing. No, instead, Doomsday Clock will be ending in September of 2019.
Yeah.
Oops.
This is one of those things where it's just like, I'm sure out of the gate, Gary Frank was like pumping this stuff out, but the more you get into it, the harder it's going to be.
Yeah, and they don't want the quality to diminish, and
right.
I don't either, so I'm happy it's working out, but this is the kind of thing that results in convergence. And so I'm really worried for DC.
I don't know if it results in convergence. I think it results in people forgetting what's happening.
Well, big time.
Then like you have that issue where you're like, you miss subtleties, or like, I don't know,
Yeah, it will hurt the book, at least when it's coming out month to month.
Right.
But not when it's collected, which is when everyone's collected.
I was going to say, you trade waiters, well, you're going to have to wait even
longer.
longer.
So there you go.
But, you'll get something where it'll be a different read than for the rest of us.
So let's talk about what happened in Doomsday Clock number 3 before we get into our review. The comedian is saved, Rorschach takes a shower, Marionette and Mime visit the Killing Joke, and Batman betrays a potential ally. All this and more in Doomsday Clock number 3, written by Jeff Johns, with art by Gary Frank. I'll start. I loved this issue.
Okay.
I had such a great time reading it. I loved all these moments. There's a lot of theories I have about what's going on here. Mm-hmm. I totally saw the Batman twist coming from a while away. We'll talk about that in a second.
Sure.
But the fact that, I was pretty sure, I think we were both pretty sure that the comedian was going to be a tumor-induced hallucination.
Right.
In fact, no, he is plucked from death.
Well, that's funny because I remember when I first read it, I didn't even think that it couldn't be real.
Right.
And when we were talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just funny because it ended up being that, and I'm still kind of I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that at all.
It's funny because I have had some reservations about this. I know before Watchmen was a big sore spot for me. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, I still had no concern or problem with this at all. I don't think it hurts the integrity of Watchmen, and I just don't have any problem with it.
I think
because I know he's going to put him back exactly where he got him from.
Well, I'm also concerned though, because for me, and this is really conjecture. I don't know anything, but I guess I'm concerned that because they did this, that opens the door for them doing other things.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
And they will.
And that's what I'm more worried about. I think
I am not as worried, but I am excited, and I think that it's crazy what's happening, and I think that. Ultimately, this could result in my excitement, my enthusiasm could completely be dashed by issue 12. So I really don't know, but I'm excited to see where this is headed, and I really had a great time reading this. I loved the moment between New Rorschach and Batman, and him reading the journal, and him just pacing the hole in the floor.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the interaction between New Rorschach and Alfred.
Yeah, I like that too. I really enjoyed it.
It was for a second, Alfred's like, wow, there's someone crazier than Batman. Than Bruce.
How great.
I mean, obviously there are, but way
to put it in perspective.
Yeah. He's just keep going.
Keep it up.
You're doing good.
Yeah, keep showing Bruce what he could become, and maybe he'll knock it off. And he does. I loved the twist at the end where you see Rorschach and Batman, they're teaming up, and they're gonna figure out the solution of where Dr. Manhattan is, and then he's like, no, I read the journal, you're out of your mind, screw you, you belong here.
But what's funny is that that's weird, and it totally makes sense at the same time, because it's when he gives him the journal, he's like, here's Kovac's journal. I don't know if he thinks he's talking in third person.
Right.
But, that's not the guy who wrote the journal.
Yeah, that's true. No,
So you just kind of put the...
Except it's also so you're gonna follow the legacy of this guy?
Yeah, but,
So, yeah, either way, you belong here. And I can't argue, but I love that moment.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
What's funny is, a lot happened in this book. I really enjoyed the flashback to Adrian and the comedian.
Yes.
I thought that was really well done. I liked the, idea of, the, flipping the script and, having it happen to him. And he, of course, takes that away from him regardless, because he's Adrian. He can't help himself. He's just now I'm in control of this.
Right.
Still, by the way, baby boobastis, yeah, totally fine.
I was worried they were going to kill him.
I was like, oh my God. And then I had the Marionette and Mime stuff.
Oh, yeah, I loved that
and,
stuff.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because I don't know where it's going, so I'm having a hard time kind of determining where, what I feel about it.
Yeah.
Because, it could go course, you've got, they're leaning towards it's a Joker, but there's like 3 of them. And then I was like, but are they talking about Johnny Thunder? Because they have that weird thing where it's like they show him in the home and then they'll show them interacting.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm waiting for my
grandkids to come pick them up.
Get me. Yeah.
Right? Which I know it wouldn't be that, but like upon seeing them, people would automatically assume that because they're so much younger.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a way to say of how much time has passed.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't certain, and if it is a Joker, if it's the main one, that's weird. If it's one of the others, fine.
Right. Well, I think that Jeff Johns set up the 3 Jokers thing, and apparently no one's allowed to touch it except for him. So my guess is they're definitely going to address the 3 Jokers thing. My thing is, I was kind of lukewarm about the idea of the Joker being the progeny of Marionette Mime, but I also really like it.
Do you?
I did. I really... Because I like those characters, and I like how it worked.
But he's got a real mommy complex then.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, it really depends. Like, because, and it's illustrated perfectly by Gary Frank, the scene when Marionette Mime are at the freaking carnival from Killing Joke.
Right?
And I'm like, oh, shit. Jeff Johns is just taking all of Alan Moore stuff and just being like, lol, let's do a sequel to these. I'm like,
no,
this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I also really like the twist with Marionette Mime where I don't think they had powers in the Watchmen universe.
Yeah.
But being pulled into the DC universe, Mime's powers manifest, and now he actually can produce like actual.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it was that. He's intimidating and scary, and Marionette does all the work. But I think that in this universe, Mime's powers.
But she was so like this was
right because she's out of her mind.
Okay, because I just took it as like no, this is just what happens, and now as the audience, we're getting to see how it works.
Yeah, I think it's Well, I'm hanging on to my theory that like if you pull a real person into the DC universe they thought they had powers, then they get them or something. Oh. Well. But either way, I was like, oh, he's got powers now. This is cool.
Right. Right.
Or it was a cool moment where you're like, oh no, he always had powers, and like now we're finally seeing it manifest.
Yes. Either way.
Because you can't rely on Marionette and Mime to be narrators and to be like the arbiters of reality because they're so out of their minds.
What does this say though for like Watchmen, like with him pulling comedian out at like the last moment, essentially? He's the one that kills Rorschach.
Yes.
Does that mean that Rorschach is just dead? I'm sorry. Or does that mean like he's like, no, I also pulled him in. He's somewhere else.
I'm sure he'll pull him out.
But
no doubt.
It doesn't work for me.
As long as he puts him back, doesn't matter.
But what if he doesn't?
He will, because time. The idea is, according to Dr. Manhattan, time is linear. It all happened. They ended the button with him saying, "Why does my perception of time bother you? Like we're all puppets, not just the one that can see the strings." Like he's like, I know that at the end of the day, the comedian is street pizza. But if I take him out, I can use him until I have to put him back.
I guess.
I can take Rorschach right before he dies.
No, and like...
as long as I put him back.
I have faith in Dr. Manhattan doing that. I don't know if I have faith in Jeff Johns adhering to that.
I mean, I think that Jeff Johns being the architect of everything, and him, like, the quotes at the end of every issue of every moment that references Watchmen, I think are very important and have weight. And I think that the fact that at the end of the button... that we see the button floating in space, and then we see it linked to the comedian, and it's all referenced by, or it's all couched by the Dr. Manhattan's narration about seeing time and how it's all preordained, and you can't actually change the past and the future. Like that, he does have a plan, and that it is like laid out kind of all at once. I think it's why no one else is allowed to touch this world except for Jeff Johns.
Right.
Like, only he knows what's happening here.
Yeah. Okay.
And the people that he tells.
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to write anything about it.
What's interesting though is that we thought this was, at least I thought this was going to be more about Superman, and I think you did too. And I know we talked about that, and you're like, no, I think it's more Superman. And I was like, all right, cool.
No, not yet.
Where is he?
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, and Luther, like...
Yeah, and Luther's in the hospital.
God, it's just...
Taken off the table.
By the way, I thought he was like a flesh wound when we see him in this.
No, he's like, gonna die. Yeah, it's real bad.
I was like, that's way worse than I thought.
That's way worse than I thought. Yeah, no, I did not expect him to really take that much. I mean, especially since he was just Superior Superman, like, not too long ago.
Yeah.
It's rough. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and again, like I'm not making judgment either way about any of the points I made up or mentioned right now. I think this really just comes down to like, I don't know where this is going.
Right.
And
well, neither do I.
And it comes down to the whims of really one man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all up to Jeff Johns and Gary Frank's beautiful art, which I guess we should talk about.
Yeah.
Every page makes it so that even though it is on a bi-monthly schedule, take as much time as you need to make it look as good as it does. Because like every page is a beautiful painting.
Yeah.
I'm really digging it. especially the marionette mime stuff. You could tell that Frank is really excited to play with those moments because they are visual media. Like, mime doesn't talk, so we have to communicate through visuals. And every moment that he appears in is a beautiful song, and I love it.
It's funny because like his art to me is like grotesquely beautiful.
Yeah,
where it's like it's not an idealized version of the human figure.
No, he captures the most unflattering moments in the moment that he's trying to portray.
But like there's something beautiful about that.
I agree.
So it's just cool.
In a lesser artist, it would look hackneyed or disgusting.
It would look flawed and it would look unintentional, but this is 100% intentional.
Yes.
And like how about this with like Marionette, we often see like there is a beauty to her, certainly, but like he's unafraid to capture expression.
Exactly. I agree with that. But yeah, so I mean, ultimately, my question to you is: issue 3, does it make you more hyped or less hyped?
I feel like I'm pretty baseline at this point. Like I am totally in to discover the mystery behind Doomsday Clock, where it's going, what the ramifications will be, like how it will affect both stories.
Yeah.
Like, will it only change the DC universe? Will it also like alter the perception of Watchmen, like the story itself? People like it's funny because like there's going to be a whole like group of people who read this and also Watchmen.
Yeah, there's going to be a world where Watchmen exists in the context of this story.
Yeah, and so, there are going to be people who are like, okay, well, this story doesn't end, though, because then they
go to the DC universe. It's like Batman.
Exactly. This is a kind of interesting time because it's going to fundamentally shift perception between, like, kind of like the split of, like, 2 generations in a way.
Yeah.
Of, like, people who read Watchmen before this ever happened and had, like, already developed their ideas and feelings about like this pseudo parody of like superheroes.
Yeah.
And then people who come in and read Watchmen now following Doomsday Clock and see it as whatever it ends up being.
No, in 3 years when someone decides that they want to pick up Watchmen, they can enjoy it, read it, and then go, oh, well, I guess I'll pick up before Watchmen and then Doomsday Clock.
Yeah.
And because there's a Watchmen universe that I can delve into. And it's like, no, but there's lesser stuff in that. Like, it shouldn't be viewed in that way, or maybe it should. I don't know. I will say that I take for granted the fact that I lived in a vacuum where Watchmen was the only thing. And I am worried about the future and Watchmen's preservation in history. But as long as the context is retained, I think it should be okay, because great works stand on their own, regardless of context.
That's true.
But I am more hyped because issue 2, I was like, this is cool, okay, I'm interested, I guess, but like I wasn't sure where it was going. 3, I'm like, oh.
Okay.
And I hope it's not just because Batman was in it, but I think it might be because Batman was in it. That being said, last thoughts about this: Batman's new outfit, and by new I mean like old. What do you think?
Yeah, like I think it's fine. I assume that they did it because that's just what Frank wanted to do.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some purpose to it potentially. I mean, like, I would think so. He's so, like, he pays attention to such detail. I don't know if that's a nostalgia factor, since nostalgia plays such a role in this overall.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what Superman will look like.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
we see
that's
Lex,
why they're bringing the trunks back.
Right, but like, we see Lex.
And he's a bad guy again.
Yeah, and it's standard outfit. So I don't know, again, if it's intentional just because that's the where the DC universe is going, or if it's intentional because of the nostalgia thing.
I think it's
into the story.
I think it's because they know that this story will be preserved on its own.
Okay.
And they don't want to date it.
That's fair. Okay.
I think that's I think they're just like, he can't wear the Rebirth suit because it'll be too tied into Rebirth.
Yeah.
And people will be like, oh, that's what Batman looked like in this year.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, this is Batman.
Yeah.
This is what Batman looks like to everyone. I can't have Batman, like, run into Rorschach if he's, Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
Like, it would be really weird.
True. Do you think, not do you think, is this the first time we've seen, because I can't remember what happened in issue 1, we've seen Manhattan in any capacity?
Issue 2 we saw Manhattan, but it was a flashback.
Right.
We didn't,
but
and this was a flashback too.
This is a flashback too, but it's a different interaction. It's more of a, well, no, I guess
It's weird.
Yeah. It was interesting.
He talks in this one.
No, that's what it is. That's
really what it is.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. I love the new Batman suit because it's an old Batman suit. I'm happy to see the yellow disc.
I didn't even notice it, I'll be honest with you. And, like, that's smart to do, though, because, like, the yellow, of course, is intrinsically tied to Watchmen.
Yes.
So, I don't know, again, if that was done with intention, but, that really is very smart. It really works for me.
Love it. So
maybe they could do that. Like, at one point, like, there's, like, a splatter.
I would love to see that.
Right? On the Batman.
But, so those are our thoughts on Doomsday Clock. We're going to get into some recommendations for books that are coming out this week. But before we do that, we're going to unbox an item from our friends over at Culturefly.
That's right.
They sent they sent us, but you and Ethan are actually going to open the box.
Yeah,
so
we are.
We're going to cut to that, and then afterwards we'll give you recommendations. So check it out.
Hey everybody, I'm Tiffany.
I'm Ethan.
And we've got another unboxing for you, again, from Culturefly. Our friends over at Culturefly, these guys make amazing products. They get the licensing for these products. They go out, they make things you can't get anywhere else but in these boxes. They know how much we love the last Nickelodeon box, so they sent us another one, and this one is seemingly winter themed.
Yeah, they
at
got
least
some
the
snow,
boxes,
some lights.
right?
Yeah.
I have no idea what's inside of it, but I can't wait to break it open. But before we do, if you want to get your own Culturefly box, they do a whole lot of theme boxes over there, including World's Strongest or World's Finest, Nickelodeon, Supernatural, Game of Thrones. Go to the description box down below and check out all the stuff down there. You can go find it. But first, let's open this up. You want to crack it open?
All right.
I think I turned it the wrong way. Nope, I didn't.
No.
I didn't.
Ready? Thank you. All right. Oh boy. Okay.
All right, let's just. I won't even look at the menu card. We'll.
Right off the bat, I love this box because this.
Okay. Look at that first.
This is a Raga's My Life shirt.
Dude, that is yours.
That is amazing.
100% yours. I love it. It's like almost like 8-bit, 16-bit style art kind of.
Kind of. Yeah, it's like blocky, pixelated.
It's really fun.
That's cool.
I like it. Usually when we get like t-shirts in boxes, it's like standard logo on the front, that kind of thing, but this is printed both sides.
Yeah, that's really
awesome.
neat. Yeah, definitely. It's got like, so if you watch Raga's Modern Life, you know he wears a shirt with purple triangles on it, and this has purple triangles on it. So that's a little nice little touch.
I like
there.
they incorporated both elements. Like his shirt and then actually him on it along with Spunky.
I would like a shirt that is just his shirt. It's just a blue shirt with purple triangles.
All right, Culturefly gonna
But this is cool too, yeah.
All right, the thing that made me gasp was this really sweet double dare hat.
That is sweet.
All right, we're gonna put 60 seconds on the clock, and I'm gonna put this hat on my head.
Wow.
It's got the slime
That's actually nice.
on the top.
You can actually like wear that.
It's really thick. Feel.
Yeah, it's like a real hat.
I know.
Sweet.
Well, I'm good. Oh my god, let's leave that last. That's last.
Okay.
That's last.
Yeah, there's a lot of
All right, you can
great
take
stuff
something
here.
out.
Okay. I'm not actually sure what this is. This is a pig.
Oh, it's from Hey Arnold.
It's from Hey Arnold. I didn't watch a lot of Hey Arnold, but he has a pig companion, and this is a nice stuffed pig.
I like that.
Cute.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
It's actually, again, it's really well made. You know, do you ever pick up like little plush toys and like they have that like carnival feel to it? This does not have
this has
that,
a real
which is really
stuffed
nice.
animal
I'm like,
feel.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Very cute.
I'm going to grab the vinyl because there's always a vinyl figure in these, or at least it has been so far.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Tommy Pickles vinyl toy. It's Tommy with a comb and sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
Again,
it's like cool. Tommy.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember an episode where he.
Yeah, I do. So, there was like a cool guy and stuff like that, and he thought he was a cool baby, and this whole thing. There you go. He's adorable.
Great. That's
He's
Tommy
like
Pickles.
really well done. This is actually one of the best vinyl figures I've seen them like come out with. I love it. He's really expressive.
He got his little hairs.
I know, and he has a lot of motion to him. Most of them that we've seen, like the base is removable. This one, it's already put together, so like that's awesome. Put him. We can see him there. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Let's do this.
Nice.
I can tell what it is without opening it because it says red mug on the outside. I assume it's going to be a red mug.
Right.
It's not going to be a psych out.
It's a Stippy mug.
Here. Yeah.
It's Powder Toast Man.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Right? Powder Toast Man.
I assume it's just going to be red.
It is. Wow. Oh my god.
That is a red mug right
He's
there.
manic.
Holy crap. That's insane.
Wow.
I feel like I'm going crazy just looking at him.
Yep. I love it.
That's Ren. That is the perfect encapsulation.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm sure everybody remembers the one of them in space. Like, I don't know why that mug makes me think of that immediately. Wow.
Yeah. Nice.
Love it.
Those mugs, I'm seeing those everywhere now. The mug, they're just like a face.
It's just a face. Yeah, exactly. The handle's really comfortable. It's nice. Like, every once in a while, some of the more decorative mugs, like, they have handles on them where I'm like, I can't
hold
use
this.
Yeah, it's not.
But no, you could actually drink from this mug.
Right, and they put them having the face here is best because it's regular mug here and there. So
yeah.
You can, like,
you can actually use it.
Exactly. I'm going to pull this out because I am a little excited for this. This is a gift wrap set. But what I'm really excited for is in here is washi tape, which is like decorative Japanese tape that kind of like took the world by storm, and like everybody wants it. And I don't have any, so technically this cat dog washi tape is my first washi tape. But just in general, the fact that there's actual wrapping paper
that's really
in here.
cool.
One is Rugrats themed. One is just general Nicktoons themed. We do have Rugrats characters on here, but Ren and Stimpy, Angry Beavers, Rocko's Modern Life, and so on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There might be another one in there between them. I can't really tell
maybe,
if it's multiple. If it's... No, it looks like just two.
Yeah, I think it's just the two of them.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Nice.
I'm never going to want to use this, though.
Right? Because then it's gone?
Yeah.
And it's going to get thrown away?
Exactly.
Which, like, it's so nice that, like...
Yeah. I don't want to do it. I got like a couple.
I need like a special use for it.
You got, like...
All right. Let's
do those two together.
Which two?
No.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Pin,
so we got a couple things here. We got a Keenan and Kel pin, which says, "Who loves orange soda?" Who loves orange soda? Oh, man. Awesome.
Wow. I haven't thought about that in a really long time.
Nope. And then we got a Hey Arnold wallet here.
Oh, nice.
It looks like one of those Tyvek wallets. Let's see if it is. Yeah, it is. It's one of those, like, the material's, like, indestructible. Like, you can't rip it, but it's, like, really lightweight.
It's, like, way better than what I was going to call it, so I'm going to be like, oh, it's one of them paper wallets.
It's a special kind of paper.
Okay, you know
like,
what?
Indestructible.
Mr. Fancy Pants over there.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah. I like these wallets because they're very lightweight. There's not a lot of bulk to them, but they still have all the same compartments that a regular wallet would have.
And it's cute. It's the bus pass. That's fun.
Very nice.
All right, so the last thing.
Certainly not least.
Certainly not least. I don't know what it is. All I know is that it's Legends.
You just know what brand it
of
is.
the Hidden Temple themed, which is like I think one of ComicPOP's favorite things that came out of Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So let's see. Now we can put 60 seconds on the clock. Let's rock. Oh my god, and we can rock because it is it's an Olmec bank.
Yes!
Yay!
That's awesome.
We've gotten a lot of banks out of boxes. This is, I think, my favorite bank that we've ever gotten out of a box.
Yeah, that's sweet.
He's in really good shape. All right, so this is the second Nick box that we've done. I think this was as successful, if not a little more successful.
Yeah.
As much as I loved in the last box how we had, like, Midnight Society stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that shirt, the hat, the bank, like, honestly.
Everything in here is great.
Right? And again, you see them, like, pulling from all different parts of Nick. Like, this time we got, like, a game show from Nickelodeon's past. And we got, like, some of their more, like, SNCC, like, you know, programming.
Yeah.
That has finally showed up.
Not necessarily cartoons or game shows, but also, like, just a comedy show. They didn't do a lot of these, but they did some. I would love to see, like, in the next box, maybe, like, a Salute Your Shorts reference that they do or something.
That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool.
We'll see.
Exactly. So, again, if you want to get your own Nick box, go to the description. So, if you want to get your own Nick box, go down to the description box. You can pick it up, find all the information there. Again, you can't get this stuff anywhere else, so if you really like these products, you have to get the box. You can't get it anywhere else. It's just, they're really good quality, I can tell you.
Everything here is very well made.
I love this hat so much.
Yeah, that's great.
I love this freaking hat.
I can't wait for you to just wear that.
I know. Like, I was really like, yeah, no, this is part of me now.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I'm excited for the shirt, too.
I am too. I have no idea where I'm going to wear it. Maybe to a convention or something.
Right?
Yeah.
You can wear it on back issues.
Yeah, I can wear it on back issues, definitely.
Throwback. That way anyone who's seen this will know exactly where you got that shirt.
That's true. Yep.
Alright, guys. Thanks so much for watching, hanging out with us while we opened up all this awesome stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. I'm Tiffany.
I'm Ethan.
Bye.
Bye.
I am recommending Dark Knight's Metal #5.
Woo!
It's finally coming out.
Yep.
It's another one that was a big DC event that is delayed.
Yeah.
But it's the penultimate issue. Issue 6 comes out afterwards, and we'll see how that goes. But we're finally going to see Superman and Batman fight Hawkman. Maybe I don't know.
I like you're finally like they're finally gonna fight Hawkman. Like Hawkman's been asking for a beating.
Right? No, it's more like I've been waiting
Yeah.
for them to fight Hawkman since issue 4.
I mean, I've really been waiting for them to deal with Barbados, and if
It would be nice.
it just seems like it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's been slow going.
How many issues are there of this?
I don't even know anymore. But I am recommending it because it's been a fun ride.
It has, and unfortunately, seemingly the way that Snyder put it, like, we're done with Daniel Hall, which I'm just like,
yep,
but you just,
that's what I thought.
But you just bring in Hawkman in, the thing that would
so
try
you didn't get it,
so,
is what you're saying. You didn't get it.
We'll see, because like it could be like he thought that was the most important because it had the most pages. There could be another poignant panel.
We've talked about that, but I honestly think he's just done. I don't think you're going to see him again. So there you have it.
Could we bring back other Morpheus then?
That'd be nice. I thought we were going to do that in this in this series.
Just bring Morpheus back.
That'd be great.
No, because that really ruins it. But
does it? At this point, there's a sequel to Watchmen. We just reviewed it.
I know. I'm just saying.
At this point, DC might as well.
It's not an Image book necessarily. Granted, like things like The Realm are coming out like that. If you've been keeping up with that, especially in the wake of the Netflix movie Bright.
Oh yeah.
If you're into that kind of thing, go check out The Realm. It's on issue 5 right now. It might be up your alley. A post-apocalyptic world. In that, with like fantasy stuff going on at the same time.
Oh, there you go.
Not exactly the same, but kind of a similar feel. Mm-hmm. But also Image Plus is coming out, the magazine. It has part 6 of The Witch's Bad Egg, little like mini story that's been going on. If you're picking those up, you're getting like a mini comic in the back of that.
Cool.
Just a way to tease us along. But from DC, so you recommended Metal.
Yes.
Right? Like this
big
awesome,
DC event.
huge event, right? I'm recommending JLA Doom Patrol special number 1, Milk Wars, in which the Doom Patrol finds out about a company called Retco, which is like
retconning.
Yes, they're within the continuity and using radioactive like milk to like change things up. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna see like a crazy version of Superman and a weird version of Wonder Woman and Batman. You're gonna see all this stuff. It's written by Gerard Way and Steve Orlando.
Oh wow!
So they're teaming up on that. Art by Aco. Aco?
Oh, I've heard that name before.
ACO. I apologize. And you're going to get some covers by Frank Quietly, which is awesome.
That's great.
I like Doom Patrol a lot. It's a weird, bizarre book. I'm looking forward to seeing them once again interacting with the DC universe proper. That's happened before. So, we're going to see Orlando working with Way. We'll see what they come up with. Nick Darrington's nowhere near this, unfortunately. He's a great artist, but he probably doesn't fit with the aesthetic for a typical superhero book. But I don't know. I think it's Retco. Come on.
I know.
And Way's got this thing about putting
food
products in there. I don't know.
What's exciting about that is that when that issue comes out,
yes,
there's going to be a very special back issue that's going to tie in with that. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us and watching this episode. We'll see you guys next time with another one. I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
So long. Keep reading.
Bye.